Shaw Noodle, the two spinners, and then Murta Henderson and the left armer Nanes.
So, Cornwall's going to get us underway. Luan Dre Pretorius is going to face his first delivery for Hampshire. Now, is he going to emulate Brevis? Because his first delivery for Hampshire against Essex, he hit it back over the bowler for 6. But he didn't actually open the batting, so the game was already going. But Pretorius won't hang around either, believe me. Top run scorer in the South African T20 competition during the winter. Strike rate of 166, so expect some fireworks. He's a very strong oak, as they say in South Africa. Here's Cornwall, bowls, and he's pulled that away through mid-wicket when he's hit it for 4. Hasn't quite emulated Brevis, but he's not done bad, the boy.
Yeah, I mean, they're big boundaries either side here, so there's not going to be much in Pretorius's half, is there? But that was a long hop from Cornwall to start. He dragged it down, the ball sat up for him.
To be fair, I think most batters might have put that away. That was a real loosener. That was a ball from somebody who got back to the hotel late from Taunton last night. And it's not easy playing 2 of these games in consecutive evenings. You think they're short games, they are, but the concentration required is a different level. Pretorius comes forward, gets a thick outside edge. The ball makes its way down to 3rd, and Hampshire are 5 without loss, and all 5 of those have come off Pretorius's various parts of the bat.
I mean, I say, you know, everything's going to be the bowler's half or a length or short of, but that's pretty standard for a T20, isn't it? You know, deep thirds in a power play, deep third, deep square. Changes now for the right-hander, but deep, 2 back either side. Again, it's not going to be much full in this over, is there?
So James Vince, the T20 Blast's highest run scorer with just under 6,000 runs, 600 ahead of Joe Denley of Kent, the nearest in 2nd. Cornwall bowls, it's outside the off stump, and Vince hits that through the covers. There is a man out deep, so just a single.
That's going to be the game tonight, isn't it? the square of the wicket, Middlesex's 2 spinners, they'll be looking at that and saying, look, try not to let them hit you down the ground, which isn't going to be easy for the spinners. They're used to the feet and you can go back over the top, but try and get them holding out to the deep square of the wicket.
That's right, big boundaries both sides of the wicket. Now, Pretorius only arrived in the country yesterday after completing a game against West Indies A in St Lucia, as he turns that away through the leg side. Wow, that's powerfully hit. That's going for 4. He's literally just nudged that away off the front foot. And that's a beautiful piece of timing. Well, that's 9 off 3 balls for Pretorius. He's rivaling Brevis, that's for sure.
I mean, that was some impeccable timing. Again, exactly what we're talking about, a length just short of. But he knows that. He's forward on the front foot, he's ready for it, isn't he? And he's just waiting. Can he get that? The eyes going, the hands going with the eyes. And, well, they're going to take out what was a gully now, aren't they, and go into the mid-wicket. Ambitious start.
No, he hasn't batted on here before, so he hasn't actually taken too long to sort of get the pace of the wicket. So yes, as Kevin says, the mid-wicket in there now as Cornwall bowls. Pretorius pushes that away, square on the offside, just past the fielder. May look for 2 here. 2 comfortably. 12 without loss. Good start. 1 ball left of the first over.
Yeah, he needs to get out of the over here, doesn't he, Cornwall? It's not been a bad over. Yes, the first one was a loosener. It was a rank long hop, wasn't it? Just sat up and was put away. But other than that, he hasn't done much wrong. That clip through mid-wicket was glorious. And if anything, perhaps the error was Middlesex. They should have been 5-4, not 6-3. With the fields, whether they had 1 too many in a catching position.
Here comes Cornwall, runs away from us once more. Left arm over, bowls. Pretorius comes down the wicket and smashes it through extra cover. I think fielder got half a hand on that, but it doesn't matter. It's still going for 4. It's a big over to start off with. 16 without loss. Pretorius is not disappointed.
Looking straight at Max Holden to see how his hand is. He's probably only got half a hand left after that. It was absolutely crunched into the covers, and it was on that occasion he did go fuller. Pretorius was giving him the charge either way. He was coming down to turn a length ball into a half volley either way.
I think he knew it. That's half the batting is second guessing what the bowler's going to bowl you. You know, these guys, they don't just bowl line and length. They do try and mix things up to try and keep the batters guessing. But as a batter, if you can second guess what is coming, if you know that he's going to probably pitch the ball up, then by coming down the wicket, you're making a good length ball into a half volley.
I had that conversation with Owen Morgan at the back of the commentary box one time. He wasn't on air with us. Maybe there was something going on in the dressing room. You never know. But he just came to sit and watch at the back of the commentary box one time. Here's Zafar Gohar from the pavilion end. His left arm around. He's got a long off and a deep mid-wicket back. As he bowls to the right-handed Vince. 1 from 1 for Vince. Forward he goes, just dabs into the onside off the pad, and there's no run. And it was a really, interesting one, because he said to me, Kev, I pretty much know exactly what the bowler's going to bowl every single ball, and I've got 3 shots in mind. Yeah. Which is incredible, isn't it? It's just incredible.
But it helps, doesn't it? It helps executing the big shots.
Yeah. Here's Gohar. And he comes, bowls, quicker ball, dragged down and slapped wide of mid-on for 4. Well, whether Gohar saw him coming or not, he banged it in short, didn't he? Vince responds, and it's another boundary for Hampshire.
Wow, that was very short indeed.
We've got another 200 and something on the cards here, haven't we, tonight?
Well, so far, but we know that things can change very quickly. But momentum already after 8 balls with Hampshire.
They've changed long off and put a long on back now, so mid off inside the circle, deep mid wicket and long on. And here's Gohar opening the bowling with his left arm spin, and this is chipped just short of Lias Deploy at mid off. And it was Deploy who, well, you hate to say it, but you can't avoid it. He dropped 3 catches last night, and they weren't the most difficult chances for T20 cricket in particular. And he was very nearly taking a stunner there, wasn't he? Diving forward, it just would have been typical, wouldn't it?
Well known down here, playing for Southern Brave the last couple of years. Deploy.
In comes Gohar. And Vince backs away, thumps hard, and he's gone at cover point. That's a fine diving catch in there. Kane Williamson it is, low to his left. Very, very good hands from Williamson there, because that was always dying on him. Backing away ever so slightly, giving himself the room, looking to access that offside. Open in the face, he sliced it slightly, but that almost saved him. But brilliant from Williamson, low to his left. Very, very safe hands, and a crucial first wicket for Gohar, Zafar Gohar, and for Middlesex. He has 1 for 4, Hampshire 20 for 1, Vince 5 from 5.
Yeah, a little bit loose, wasn't it, really? Probably could have kept it along the ground if he wanted to, but he's gone for power. Didn't quite keep the ball down as he would have liked. Probably thought that he'd pick the gap as well. Sometimes if you're hitting the ball in the air, as long as you're confident that the ball is in the gap, then it doesn't matter. But he just got that slightly wrong. Now, Toby Albert, who's done very well so far in this year's competition, but just demoted down the order by 1 because of Pretorius's inclusion. Half century here against Essex in that big win. 73 not out against Gloucestershire here as well in the 3rd match, and 28 not out at the Surrey at the Oval, where the rain came, and both him and Vince steered Hampshire to a winning position when the rain came there as well. So he's had a good start.
They've interestingly gone back to a long off, brought long on up, and Oz cow corners around towards mid wicket now as Gohar's around the wicket, and the right-hander dabs just fine of Max Holden at mid wicket. Single taken, he's off the mark, first ball back to Pretorius.
So interesting move for Gohar, because in the process of him moving from Gloucestershire to Middlesex, he became a domesticated player.
He did, yeah, which upset Gloucestershire a little bit. I think they've been trying for years to get his qualification through, and I don't know, to be honest, I don't really know the ins and outs of that. I just know when Middlesex did play Gloucestershire last year, did they? It was like, how on earth did Middlesex manage to get it through? Because Gloucestershire have been trying for years, but could be luck of the draw, I guess.
Well, I'm not sure they offered him a new deal, actually, because he had a few injury problems last year, wasn't it? I think he was the move was almost forced on him.
He's left arm around still to Pretorius. First ball to Pretorius, isn't it? The left-hander who backs away and cuts. That's a very good stop by Holden at backward point. I thought that was going to be through for a minute. That was fast off the bat again. Right out of the middle from Pretorius. End of the 2nd over, 21 for 1. Vince gone for 5. Caught Williamson well, cover point diving towards point. So Gohar has a wicket to his name. 21 for 1. Hampshire haven't been put in by the visitors.
Just 5 runs off that over, Kev. I know you're keeping tabs. You just logged in. Have you got
the Wi-Fi?
You left it a bit late. Are you still finishing off all your profiteroles and your coffee cake?
Good, they were
How
good,
good
weren't
was
they?
that?
I mean, that was up there.
It was up there, wasn't it?
What tops that? I mean, that dessert table, as you say, coffee cake, profiteroles.
It was fitting.
You missed the chocolate strawberries on the bottom.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Oh, they were
I
good.
might leave you for a couple of overs.
Yeah.
It's going to be Tom Helm, the right-arm seamer, 31 years of age, who's taken over from Cornwall. Comes in and bowls, and that's turned away by Albert, comfortably enough on the leg side. And the Hawks move on to 22 for 1. Now, there is at half-time here, There was a bowling machine that's been installed on the gantry just to our left.
Ooh.
And there are going to be some tennis balls propelled from this gantry out onto the outfield.
I thought you meant us. I thought we were going to have a net.
Well, out, just sort of dangling out. I don't know who's going to put the balls in the machine. There is a suggestion that it might be us or me, or I don't know, somebody might come up, but look out for that at the break. Here's Helm into Pretorius, who drives up to mid-on. Probably the first ball that hasn't come out of the middle of the bat, although there's one edge down to third, so it's probably the second one. But he does look a big unit.
It's got to be you firing the ball, surely. It's got to be someone famous. It can't just be
well,
like an Adam Blackmore or a Chris Temple. It's got to be Hampshire and Middlesex's Kevin James firing the...
I don't think it really matters who puts the balls in, because it's going to come out the same way. It could be a 5-year-old or whatever. It's going to come out the same, isn't it? But we'll see. So look out for that at half-time. Helm comes in and runs away from us. Slower ball, clever slower ball, but easily clever played. And Pretorius waited, opened the face of the bat, guided it into the gap behind square, 4 runs. Well, we said that he's got a high strike rate. I still can't work out. He was at the IPL, and I'm not sure if he actually played in the game, because one website said that he's down and played a game, but when you look at the game, he doesn't appear. He might have been a replacement, yeah. So thank you, Alex Smith, who's one of the local journos here, who normally knows absolutely everything. I'm glad he's standing next to me when I said that. Here's Helm, comes into Pretorius. Pretorius works it away on the leg side. They jog through for a single. Pretorius moves on to 20 from just 9. And Hampshire are 27 for 1 in the third.
Ben Geddes was just seeing on our screen there. He was the star with the bat again last night for Middlesex. Turned out not to be enough.
He's been a good signing, hasn't he?
Incredible. He really has. I mean, how do you come into a lineup, as Middlesex have, a pretty esteemed batting lineup, and elevate that lineup? That's what Geddes has done.
Yeah. He was a fringe player at Surrey, wasn't he? Wanted more cricket. As Albert hits on the up, through mid-on, 4 runs. I didn't think he hit that well, but actually the ball gathered pace and gone between bowler and mid-on, and that's 4 runs. Albert moves on to 6:31 for 1. I've just been told actually that the guard of honour at the start, when the umpires walked through the 2 lines of youngsters mainly, were from the Langley Manor Cricket Club, which is just outside Southampton, around the Totton area, if you know your geography around here. So well done to them. Here's Helm again, bowls to Albert. Albert gives himself a little bit of room. Helm follows him, works it to extra cover, and that is the end of the over. 31 for 1.
Geddes, he's a fringe player at Surrey. He's come to Middlesex and proved he's a modern-day Murtagh.
Well, he is a good player. I mean, I don't know how many times he played against Middlesex. I mean, he didn't play that many games at Surrey, hence why he wanted to move.
No, he was a list-A player.
Yeah, he played once or twice against Hampshire. I thought, gosh, this guy's a really good player to not be playing.
Well, Richard Johnson was the bowling coach at Surrey, but he was the coach of the one-day cup side. Whoever the coach of the team was at that point obviously went off to a 100 team somewhere. So Johnson took over the one-day cup side, so he was Geddes' coach, and obviously he played a very, very big part. And as I understand it, not only played a big part, but he was the one that was really driving it. We need to sign him, he's that good. And there's been no looking back. Here's Zafar Gohar, left arm around from the pavilion end. He bowls and backing away ever so slightly and punching through cover with a glorious shot again. Pretorius, it's just pulled in. I mean, it was stroked. He wasn't punched that hard in the end, but Geddes has thrown it in, hurt his right elbow as he's released. Looks all right now. I hope he's all right.
Oh dear.
Hyperextension maybe? Just see.
Oh, look at you.
I know.
Are you taking a university course I know nothing about?
One night in the same hotel as the players and the coaches, and you know it all now, eh? Hyperextensions. Do you want the team news for next week? Here's Gohar, his left arm around, he bowls, and Pretorius pushes back up the track, and there's no run. The modern day Murtagh was basically a backhanded compliment to say that Murtagh's much older than he is. But I think it's going to have to stick now, the modern day Murtagh. It just basically makes Tim Murtagh sound very, very old.
Is that's your phrase, isn't it?
It is now.
You've coined it.
I'm coining it now. Yeah. I need something, Murtagh. I've had 18 years of getting sprayed by Murtagh. I thought I got rid of him 2 years ago. He's the bowling coach now. Turned up at the hotel last night and he's sat at the bar and you're getting sprayed by the bowling coach. Here's Gohar. And this falls in the air and just short. Down the track comes Pretorius. Thick edge, just in front of the backward point, Holden. Geddes gives chase again. Let's watch this throw. And no grimace this time after releasing the ball, which is good news because Middlesex certainly not want to lose him at all.
Well, after a very fast start, it's just gone a little quieter, a little bit lucky there, Pretorius.
Good from Gohar though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now last night they were always going to get pumped, the spinners at Taunton, weren't they?
Yeah.
You just are.
All going.
Whereas tonight the spinners will hope to reap the reward somewhat here at the Aegeus, at the Utilita, as that ball's up and over, paddled, scooped, and Pretorius has 4 more. Short fine leg comfortably cleared by that one. Pretorius is 28 from 13 now, 39 for 1 Hampshire.
Yeah, that ball was outside leg stump. I don't know whether he thought Pretorius was coming down the wicket. Again, it's trying to second guess, just flicked it away. It's a good bat. He's got him, and he looks a big unit as well, Pretorius. You just know that ball's just going to stay here, and he hasn't put a lot of effort into that.
That was me saying the spinners will reap the reward tonight, but that's their hope. You know, as a spinner, you go to Taunton, and you've got to keep that in mind. You could get absolutely hammered, and well, Gohar did in his last over last night. As he bowls now, down the track comes Pretorius on this occasion, pushes a single to long on, 64 off his 4 overs, but his last over, one of the drop catches was the 4th ball of the over, and then the next 2 went for boundaries as well. I think there were 3 sixes in that final over from Gohar, but even the ball before the catch, long on was quite straight. If long on had started 2 metres wider, it would have been a comfortable catch for him. As it was just out of reach and went for 6 as well. So it's the fine margins. So as much as 64 or 4 overs looks terrible, you know, it's not great. It wasn't as bad as that for Gohar across the first 3 overs in particular. But yeah, tonight here at the Utilita, he will be hoping that he can have a little bit more reward. He's got 1 in the wicket column already. 1 for 14. This is the last ball of his 2nd. It's the last ball of the 4th over. And he is left arm around now to bowl to Albert, who has a little shimmy out of his crease there. The ball spilled by Davies. It would have been a, well, no wide signal, so it must have come off the pad, which is why the keeper didn't take it cleanly. Saying, was that a mis-thumping? But it was not. 40 for 1 after 4, and Pretorius has 29, Albert has 6.
So if you just join us, just to repeat, Middlesex won the toss, elected to bowl first. We are expecting some showers a little later. In fact, as I speak, there is some rain in the air, so it's probably come a little bit earlier than even the most optimistic of people would have hoped for. I can see people in the seats already starting to move for cover, and indeed the players are going off here. And you can hear the hover cover starting up. Well, that's a little bit disappointing. I'm just looking to my left here where the clouds are. It doesn't look heavy, but it just looks as though it might be persistent. It's just heavy enough to take the players off. With Hampshire on 40 for 1. We've had 4 overs. James Vince, the 1 wicket that's fallen in the 2nd over. Caught at point by Kane Williamson off Zafar Gohar for 5. That was 20 for 1. And as the players leave the pitch, Pretorius is 29 from 14, Albert 6 from 5. So we are going to have a break, that's for sure. How long, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Actually, it's a little heavier now. Yeah. It's just got a little heavier in the last couple of minutes.
But it doesn't look that bad overhead.
No, it's not heavy, but it's persistent. And when most of the crowd disappear for cover, then you know that it's one of those where it's wet rain, if you know what I mean. Yep. Sometimes you can just sit around in it and you don't feel too bad, but I've got a feeling the side covers of the hover cover are going to be brought out. Yes, they are as I speak.
The umbrellas went up really quickly, didn't they?
So this is a real shame. When you look to our right, almost clear skies, but that's not where it's coming from. It's coming more to our left, over the trees, over the Colin Ingham Mackenzie standard. As I say, to our left, anything to our left is normally not great weather. Coming over to our right, over the Shane Warne stand, it's a bit mixed, and sometimes you can get away with it, but this might be around for a little while.
It doesn't look terminal though, does it? That's the thing. It might be around for a while, but it doesn't. It's not one of those nights where you think, yeah, we're going to struggle this evening. You'd hope we'll get something. Get something of a game tonight. Half an hour can be added, can't it?
Yeah. Right, I think it's fairly safe to say that we are going to have a break for a little while here.
The weird thing is, as you look out immediately in front of us, even the cloud immediately in front of us as we kind of peer out from underneath the canopy that is the roof above us, the skyline's just that little bit lighter there, isn't it? So is it one particular? I mean, even now you'd say it has eased a little bit, but it is still raining, obviously, in the middle. But yeah, touch and go.
Right, it's going to take a few minutes at the very least, even if it stops now. To
you
get
want
the
more
covers
fitter rolls, don't you?
Well, I might just have time to go and get some. So we're going to take a bit of a break here at the Utilita Bowl, but don't worry, as soon as there's more action, we'll be right back.
I don't need to argue with the people who choose the song.
can't be bothered to go through there. Through there. And through the members there, so. My dad went to go. Oh. Are you going to go and change the covers off? Don't bother.
security guard's signature. You get a pen, I'll go after him. I don't have a pen. I got one.
They're bringing one of them in. Thank you very much for your patience in the current situation. Fingers crossed that the weather will turn on our side very shortly. Match officials, as you may have noticed a moment ago, just had a quick wander around to inspect conditions. At the moment, with the rain still falling, we have no further news for you. We won't be able to make any further progress in the game until the rain has stopped falling, and then we will pass on any further information that we get from the match officials, who will be liaising very closely with the ground staff and taking into account the most accurate weather forecast. We hope it doesn't get to this point, but we do need a minimum of 5 overs per side in this format to constitute a match, and we do get 30 minutes of extra time in these matches, so we don't start losing overs from the match until 30 minutes from the time when they came off the field. So thank you so much for your patience. Until the rain stops completely, there will be no further information we're able to bring you at the moment.
Jamie! We're coming too early.
Just for a little bit of context, by the way, the players came off the rain at 7:16, so that was coming up to half an hour, so we have nearly now used up the 30 minutes extra available before we start to lose overs from the match. And one of the attractions undercover here at Utilita Bowl at the moment is
I need to eat. Yeah. And eat afterwards. Game's only 3 hours long. No extra time on this one. Cut off and play like Sunday Open and the others play Sunday Open. Because it's all time to get an hour and a half each. Play. When it gets trained off, that's when the idiots start fucking around. The ball, all playing cricket. That's why I told me that one. I think if they don't play 9 overs, as soon as they get to 9 overs, then that's it. Sorry. It's a bit. Yeah. We used to cover every single turn. That's right, yeah. You had 2 on the outpole, non-outpole. You had them up in the wings, one on the top of each wing. And I used to have roamers as well. You have to have 2 roamers. Oh, yeah. And doing breakdown. And they'd like cut it by 50%. Why do you cut it? The budget went on removing the gypsies from the car park. Let's spend that. The council. I'd have to pay the council, right? Or pay the police.
Police, court, and the bailiff.
I agree with that. They'd have to pay rent. So really, you better just give them a bit of land, a bit of wasteland, let them live in their family. Instead of them moving around every year. Because they get like 10 weeks, don't they?
Yeah, let's do an expression, all that cost together.
I thought he was going to go fucking sell dogs to the...
Oh yeah,
Did you?
I think,
Mate was on the phone, I thought, oh, here we go, we can have about 50 of them.
yeah, I thought them was coming.
Because even they were angry. And
Yeah.
when we were in there,
The organiser though, he didn't help, did he?
where he fucking caused it.
Yeah. You're back.
Got back. We all got back. Oh, when he comes back when it's all finished, he's even flipping off. Having a sandwich, probably. Two big fish and what was it? Right here. All that over the sandwich. Comes better let Good, I suppose, with the trees. Right. You alright? You guys alright?
6 as well.
want to make him comfortable in the backward. Leave him stood up. Right, keep walking. Keep walking.
microphones. Dennis, microphones.
Versus the match officials recently carried out an inspection of the playing area, and we do have some good news if the rain continues to stay away, and that is that we will restart at 9 o'clock. We'll restart at 9 o'clock if there is no further rain. That is 20 minutes from now. The match has been reduced now to 11 overs per side. 11 overs per side at 9 o'clock restart if there is no further rain.
Players come out there, look, so we can't. Look, see, look, chip. See, like a yellow walk upstairs. They have to back
For the benefit of those of you who might have been in the toilet, the lounge bar, and the Utilita Bowl store just dropped off for a moment. We have a 9 p.m. restart if there is no further rain. With reduced match of 11 overs per side. A 9 p.m. restart, 11 overs per side if there is no further rain in the interim. We're 10 minutes away from our scheduled restart at 9 p.m. Keeping our fingers crossed that the rain will stay away for the rest of the evening. A reminder, we do need a minimum of 5 overs per team to constitute a match. We have 11 overs currently scheduled per side now in this reduced match. 9 p.m. restarts. Thank you as ever for staying off the playing area. Please continue to do so throughout the course of the evening. Hopefully those of you who are enjoying the anthems music as well from our live band, which is continuing right now, that will fire up again at the end of this evening's game. We're just 10 minutes away now from our scheduled restart of 9 o'clock. As always, in the play to resume this, bringing up to date with the other couple of matches that are taking place this evening in the South Group of the Men's Vitality Class. They had some weather problems too on the coast of Hove, but they are now underway between Sussex and Essex. A reduced overs, 17 over the first side match there. Essex up to 12 overs, 131 for 2 against Sussex. The West Country Derby, they haven't had the weather issues down there. Worcestershire 135 for 7 in their innings, and Somerset in reply 32 for 1 from 5. That's a full 20 overs per side match. Going to go on the North Group as well, just in case you're interested. Durham 157 for 8 against Northants. You're 83 for 2 for 10 in reply. The Bears made 205 for 8 against Yorkshire, who are 121 for 2 for 12 in reply. And Derbyshire 199 for 5 against Notts, just halfway through 92 for 4.
Welcome back to the Utilita Bowl, where I'm afraid it's not as good news as I was hoping to bring you. If you'd come to me about a minute ago, I would have said we are starting at 9 o'clock with 11 overs per side after losing an hour and 3/4 when the players left the field at around 7:15. But literally in the last 30 seconds, it has just started to rain again. And as the hover cover was about to start up and move off the playing surface, so the rain has started. Now, I'm not sure it's going to be hanging around for too long, because roughly where the rain is coming from and the weather is coming from, which is about 10 o'clock as we look to our left, there is some clearer sky, but as I'm afraid, as I'm talking, the covers are being rolled out again. I cannot believe it. Literally 30 seconds ago was when the rain started. We were all hopeful for a restart in literally 4 minutes' time. 11 overs per side. Hampshire, after 4 overs, were 40 for 1. James Vince was the wicket to fall for 5. That was off 5 balls. Luan Draper-Pretorius, who's playing his first match for Hampshire, the South African 19-year-old, 29 not out of 14. Toby Albert 6 not out of 5. And I think we're going to have a further delay here. The weather to our right, and if you look over to the west side, there's a brighter sky there as well, but that's not where the weather is coming from. But when you look into the floodlights, you can definitely see rain falling, hence why the covers either side of the main cover over the playing area have been rolled back out and are covering the square. That is desperately disappointing news. It's at 40 for 1. We've only had 4 overs here, so we're going to have a further delay, no doubt about that. And of course, where already the game is trimmed to 11 overs per side, so we are going to get it further trimmed as well. Now, we can start up to about 9:30. That would probably be the latest that we can start here for a game, maybe just before 9:30. So we've got about half an hour in which hopefully this rain will clear. But if you look over the area where we're commentating from, the gantry, back over the hotel end, then the weather doesn't look great there. But that is sort of over the ground, just about. But there is so much bright sky just to the right. If you're watching the picture feed, just sort of behind to the right, we're looking out about 10 o'clock, and there is definitely brighter sky. But if that's coming over, I'm not quite sure. And if it is coming over, will it come over in time? This is really, really difficult to know, but there is more covers coming on as I speak. So I think we can safely say we're going back to a further delay, and it's a real shame. When Middlesex come here for T20s since COVID, 2 of the last 4 games here between these two sides have been rain affected, and at the moment it could be very much the situation here as well. So I'll just stay on for a little minute. Come in hand, just have a break. You've got a bit more chocolate cake to eat. He's got about 3 pieces of chicken waiting in the back as well, so he won't mind having a bit of a break. So yeah, more covers coming on, although the ground staff aren't exactly rushing on to get the covers, but it is still raining.
The players haven't left the field yet, interestingly, Jamo. Good evening, everyone, once again. I'm not sure how I feel about what I'm about to say either, but I can see directly into the umpire's dressing room at the moment. Fortunately, they're fully closed, is what I can confirm to everybody. But they were just about to leave their dressing room a moment ago and come down and have a look. The ground staff have kind of looked up as if to say, well, what do we do? Because although it's raining, it's not that heavy.
It's not. Okay, so that's the situation here. We've got a further delay. We'll stay, of course, on the live picture feed. There'll be more commentary via the Hampshire Cricket website if and when. We'll also stay on the ground commentary as well. But if you're listening on all frequencies on BBC Radio Solent, we'll take the news at the top of the hour. No probs.
have reached our scheduled restart time at 9 PM, but for obvious reasons, unfortunately, with the rain continuing to fall again, there is a further delay to the match. When we do get some further information from the match officials, we will bring that to you. As I mentioned earlier, all the time it is raining, it is very difficult to bring any further information. Frustrating as some of the very light rain is, unfortunately the match will not restart while there is any rain falling. And the match officials, of course, keeping the players' safety very much to the forefront of their decision making. So thank you once again for your patience, and we hope to bring you a more positive update very soon, but for now we have a further delay to the restart. We do have some good news from the match officials, and that is that we will have a restart at 9:35 in 15 minutes from now. We have a 6 overs per side match now. 9:35 restart if there is no further rain, and 6 overs per side. Just a reminder there, we will restart at 9:35 if there's no further rain. The match now reduced to 6 overs per side. Hampshire will be back to 4 overs, so we'll be 2 more. And switch over, Middlesex will bat for 6 overs themselves. I'll update you with any changes to the revised targets under Butler from the stern as soon as that is known. While we stand by waiting for the players and officials to rejoin us, it's always a thankless task when the rain is coming and going. The match preparations are complete. Let's make some noise for the Utilita Bowl ground staff.
Welcome back to the Utilita Bowl, a rain-free Utilita Bowl for the moment. 2 hours and 20 minutes or so since we last had action, and I'm happy to say, the second time of trying, we are going to get some more cricket. A little earlier, Hampshire reached 40 for 1 off 4 overs. We're going to restart in around about 4.5 minutes time. It's going to be 6 overs per side, 10 minutes in between innings. And so at the moment, we're going to get a game. I'm Kevin James. Next to me is Kevin Hand from Middlesex. And it's been a long wait, but hopefully worth it.
There's been plenty of action up here, Kev. It's mainly involved the cake stand, but there's been action nonetheless up here.
Well, there's more cake up here than there was in the actual display down in the media centre. You've come up with about 3 or 4 plates.
Places, don't you? 5 places
with
for it.
Chicken.
There's always cake.
Coffee cake.
There's always cake on the ground.
You're going to leave here about a stone late, heavier than you arrived.
It's always good coming down here, though. I said the food was good. Thank you, Sir Hampshire. Everyone's after us very, very well. How is the weather going to look after us in the next hour or so? A frustrating evening for all. We can see the umpires making their way Out to the middle now, the poor old lads. We give them some chip, don't we? But you have to feel sorry for them.
Mark Newell and Nigel Long just chatting to Liam Dawson there before they make their way out. Looks like Liam Dawson is just trying to clarify one or two of the rules. Like, let me take you through what's been happening tonight. We were supposed to get underway at 7, well, we did that. Middlesex won the toss and elected to bowl first, not surprisingly, because there's rain and we've had it. Hampshire reaching 40 for 1 off 4 overs. James Vince was out in the second over for 5, but Luan Pretorius, the South African 19-year-old on his debut, is 29 not out off 14. Toby Albert is 6 not out off 5. So we had 4 overs. The players left the field around 7:15. We thought we were going to get a restart at 9 o'clock, and literally 30 seconds before we were, or a couple of minutes before we were, the rain came again. That was going to be 11 overs per side, and we lost further time. So here we are with a 9:35 scheduled start, and I'm looking around just to make sure it's not raining, and it isn't. So that's good news. So we are down to a 6 overs per side game, and I think, if I'm right in saying, that's about the minimum we can have, isn't it?
Oh, it's good that, Jay, mate. You're missing a trick here. You've missed your calling. That was like Crime Watch or something, that. And then this happened. Yeah, I mean, it's all the rage now, isn't it? There used to be Crime Watch when we were kids, and now it's sort of they have these crime thriller series.
Police 5.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Police 5. Am I older?
I just about remember that. I just about remember that. But it is sort of rage now, the series, isn't it? The crime thrillers, I can't do it. They're too much for me. I can't watch those things. And then this happened, and then that happened. And then guess what happened next?
Well, that's right. The only thing I haven't done is taken fingerprints of the umpires and the players. That's about the only thing I haven't.
Will there be a robbery tonight? Will Middlesex get out of here with 4 points?
At the moment, they're both on for 2, but I'm looking away to our left, which is where the rain has been coming from, and I don't know. Actually, right above us, it doesn't look too bad. The Middlesex team are about to take the field, which is good news. The umpires are walking on there as well. Quite a few people have stayed, although not surprisingly, with such a long break between action, it looks like some people have given up the ghost. You can't blame them. We are certainly going to be playing, assuming there's no more rain, a lot longer tonight than we would have done.
You've impressed me tonight. You've been good. You've been really on top of my game now. You're being good to me usually wherever the muck around, aren't we? What's happened to you?
You've been good with the food.
2004 we first started working together.
I know. Well, I mean, somewhere along the line
You've impressed me and us.
We had to improve, finally. I know. You've certainly improved as regards putting away food.
That was always my forte.
I can't believe how much you've got stashed away here.
Well, yeah, we're going to be hungry. It's one of those evenings, you know, it was all going in the bin. You know you'd be hungry by the end of the night. Hungry for points, both of these sides. They are top of the group. Hampshire Hawks, aren't they? Middlesex.
Second.
Sorry, they are second, of course, aren't they?
Somerset went top after beating you guys last
thank
night.
Thank you.
See, this is you're thinking about chicken and coffee cake.
I'm banishing the dropped catches of last night. 3 dropped catches, a missed stumping. I was told there was a 4th afterwards, and I was scratching my head to think which one it was. I was told by one of the players, no, we dropped 4. But I couldn't recollect which the 4th one was. Anyway, they've got 2 overs now left of this innings.
Yeah. And it looks like we've got to change a bowler. It's going to be Ryan Higgins with his right-arm medium paces from our commentary end, the hotel end. So finally, we're going to get some action. And it's going to be Pretorius, the left-hander, 19-year-old from South Africa, playing his first game for Hampshire. He's playing 4 games before he goes off to a test series involving South Africa. Dewalt Brevis will also play 4 more games. They'll both go at the end of next week. And he's already made an impression. His first ball went for 4. Here's Higgins. He's round the wicket, bowls to Pretorius. Good Yorker, but Pretorius walks that up to mid-on. They run the first one quickly. They're going to take 2. They're going to take the throw on. They're going to score as many as they can here. Throw at the keeper's end hits the stumps. Pretorius is well home. And Hampshire move on to 42 for 1. Remember, as Kevin says, there is just 2 overs for Hampshire to bat. There'll be lots of Duckworth-Lewis calculations here, so hopefully that will all be shown on the board, and we might get some information as well, because it's going to get a bit complicated at the second innings. 10 minutes between the innings. We'll keep talking to you during the innings. I'm determined to keep Kevin away from that food a bit longer.
I know. It's that stage of the season, you reach a tipping point where you have to stop, don't you, in the cricket season? It's like, come on, better home front.
Higgins in again, staying round the wicket to Pretorius, and low full toss. Pretorius hits it up to mid-on. Are they going to take 2 this time? No, they don't risk it. It was hit a little more firmly to Luke Holman.
I have been told, though, whatever cake talk I have tonight, I'm not allowed golf analogies, and I'm told you'll know what that means.
Something to do with golf?
No golf analogies, they're all banned apparently.
Is that right? Who told you that?
The Gubbinses.
Oh,
Has
did
Nick
they?
been up to something? Has there been too
Oh
many
yeah,
golf
he's got the green jacket or something.
has
Something
he?
happened with the Hampshire players,
Oh,
and
has
he
he?
got presented with a green jacket.
Oh, I've had a little nod.
Yeah.
Golf
have you?
analogies there. Yeah, I'll slip a few of those in later.
He didn't want to talk about it the other night when we were on.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. But a bit modest is our Nick Gubbins.
Is he? What's happened to him?
But
Is he, yeah?
yeah, well, was
Has
he
it
not
got to
modest at Middlesex?
Yeah, modest Gubbins they knew.
Bit of time taken here to rejig the field with Toby Albert in. I should imagine the Hampshire order will rejig as well if there's any wickets that fall. Bowles, he's gone for a Yorker again, slightly over pitched, and again there's going to be 2 as it goes out to mid-on. It's good bowling from Higgins actually, he's getting it right up there, making sure that the Hampshire batters can't get underneath the bounce.
Interesting choice, isn't it?
Yeah, is he a go-to sort of death bowler, Higgins?
No, Helm is. I mean, look, Higgins is your go-to everything, isn't he? He's that all-rounder that just seems to be able to do anything. He bowled really well last night. You'd expect it would be Helm to bowl the final over. He's the death bowler usually.
45 for 1, 5 runs off 3 balls since the restart. And nobody saving 1 on the leg side. Higgins comes in again, bowls low full toss. Again, it's hit out to mid-on. I don't think there'll be more than 1 here. Again, it's hit a little too well to Luke Holman. It's a good over from Higgins.
Well, he's going for the low full toss, isn't he? He's going for the Yorker, and if he misses, make sure you miss long. It's a low full toss. And he's bowling it exceptionally well, and I assume that's been the ploy to go for him. A thought for Luke Holman, who'd have been desperate to get a bowl tonight. Zaffa got a couple of overs, didn't he, at the top, but poor old Holman, the leg spinner, after bowling at Taunton last night, he'd have been looking forward to a bowl here, wouldn't he?
Spinner's graveyard, that one.
Yeah.
And spinner's probably not ideal in this. It just allows the batter to hit through the ball. So far this has been hard for the batters to really get underneath the ball and hit big. Higgins comes in again, bowls to Pretorius. Down the leg side, he's missed it. Was that a wide? No, it's not.
Umpire long.
Millimetres in that one. He's missed out there a bit, Pretorius. I think he's a bit annoyed with himself.
Did he step
as well.
across slightly? He must have made a little trigger movement across, did he? Which meant the ball went down the line of his original. What's he done?
It looks like he's maybe a little bracelet or something has just come off his hand. He's handed it to the umpire.
Oh, it's very
Make sure he doesn't run off with gold.
Look at that.
He's got a bit of gold in his pocket there, the umpire.
South African gold.
I'd make sure I'd be going straight to the umpire's room at the end of the game, making sure he doesn't run off. But Torres is 32 from 17, facing the next delivery, the last delivery of the 5th over. He's knocked him off his feet with that. That's a good Yorker. Really good Yorker from Higgins, and that's a really good over as well. Hampshire are 47 for 1, just 7 runs off that.
Look at him drying his hands as well at the end of the over, Higgins. He immediately grabbed the towel out of his pocket. He's finished with the ball, he was just immediately drying his hands again. So that tells you a little bit about how slippy it probably is out there in the outfield, which will be a challenge as well when Hampshire go out there to field for 6 overs. Here is Tom Helm from the pavilion end.
Now, interestingly enough, that might not have been a big over, and if this isn't a big over, if Hampshire don't lose a wicket, the fact that this game has been drastically shortened when they batted for 4 overs thinking there was 20 overs. I think the Duckworth-Lewis will be helping Hampshire here.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because they had 4 overs of power play, whereas Middlesex will only get 1.5. So that will also be tallied against, as you say. That will go the other way, won't it? In terms of, well, you've only got 1.5, so yeah, it's going to be a really interesting call. Sometimes it comes down, and we all look at the screen and say, really? One way or the other. So
sometimes it doesn't favour the side that you think it should.
Yeah. Here is Helm then from the pavilion end. Where's Davies going? Is he going to stand up to Helm? Surely not. I mean, he'll need a helmet if he does. No, he's just checking the lines, isn't he? He's seeing where Williamson is at backward point, and he's just bringing him a little bit finer. There's a deep cover, a deep third, a short third. Long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, short fine leg. He's almost a backward square leg as Helm bowls wide outside the off stump, and it's signalled as such. Oh, that'll be interesting to see on the replay from this angle, which we're not quite perfect. It didn't appear so, but it's a very interesting 6-3 field. Right arm over to the left-hander, no short fine leg, a backward square leg up inside the circle, mid-wicket's inside the circle, long on's back, so he is just going to be bowling wide Yorkers across Pretorius. Although they're having a rethink now. They're having a big rethink. There you go, all change. Deep mid-wicket drops back, but even still, I'd imagine it's going to be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, still only 3 on the leg side, though.
Yeah, and that fielder inside the circle is more a backward square leg than a short fine leg. So Helm's got to keep it across the left-hander here as he's in now, bowls, and it's short, and it's uppercut over backward point and placed to perfection for 4 by Pretorius. 50 up, 50 for 1, 51 for 1.
Yeah, that's handy. Well, Pretorius knows the line that's going to be bowled, so he's got a licence here. But it's a good hit, even to get 4 on the offside.
How's that jumped to 52 for 1 from 47 for 1? Have they not included the wide, maybe? They haven't put it up.
Just having a heave at that one, Pretorius. Picked the gap perfectly. I'm sure he was going for the gap. I think he's just having a hit. 36 from 19. Well, if they only lose 1 wicket here, it will be in Hampshire's favour, but they've got to get as many runs as they can as well, so it's a bit of a delicate balance. You've got to throw the bat at the ball, but ideally you want to throw the bat at the ball, get maximum runs where you can, but not lose any wickets, and then Duckworth-Lewis will helpfully favour Hampshire here.
Helms past the umpire, he bowls, block hole delivery, it is that wide Yorker, and it's slammed all along the floor to the deep cover. Pretorius is on to 37 from 20. 53 for 1 after 5.2. So it's on for a modest to good power play, depending how these next... It's not going to be a bad power play, that's for sure. You know, a 6-over mark.
Yeah.
But it could be a very good one, depending on how these next 4 balls go.
Tense on the Hampshire bench, I'm sure.
Helm to the right-handed Albert for the first time in this over. Long on back, deep mid-wicket, deep square and long leg. There's nobody inside the circle on the onside as Helm's in, bowls full and straight, as you'd have thought, and it's clipped out of the block hole down to long off. They're thinking about the second. Pretorius says no, just the single.
That's a good pick up from Deploy there. Greasy outfield, wet ball. Got to pick it up cleanly as a fielder, he's done that.
Oh, there you go, there's a few inside. I was waiting to see just how loud that'd be. It wasn't bad.
There's a few gone, there's no doubt about it. There was a good crowd here for the start.
What's his name? Who sung that? Go on, you know, Kev. You
Who's
know,
that?
what's his name? Who sung that?
No idea.
Henry Belafonte, was it? His Helm, he's in, bowls, and a swing. Oh my goodness me, that is one of the biggest shots I think I've seen at the Aegeus. That soars over long on, a sweet pickup into the Shane Warne stand. How many rows back? It's not gone that far actually, but as that left the bat, it was soaring.
Well, that was worth a 2 out of 20 wait.
Yeah.
Between action, my word, I'll tell you what, I can't wait for the game that Pretorius and Brevis bat in partnership, because they hit big.
Are they going to be together at Merchant?
Well, they're playing. Well, I don't know. No, they're only around for next week's games. So they've got 3 more games after this. Surrey here in a doubleheader Tuesday, doubleheader at Taunton Thursday, and then at Bristol. So there's only 1 more chance to see them both bat, and that will be next Tuesday here against Surrey.
Helm, long off and long on back, deep cover, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square. He's right arm over in the left-handed. Pretorius slams it back at him, and he gets a left hand to it. Pretorius limps away. He's just skipping away in frustration that he didn't get hold of the ball. Single taken. I'd imagine that was a bump ball, but maybe it was flush off the bat to Pretorius. He's annoyed with himself.
Yeah, he is a little bit, yeah. That maximum's helped. 1 ball left now. Hampshire were only batting for 2 overs on the resumption. They haven't lost a wicket, and they've added 21 in 11 balls.
61 for 1. Last ball of the Hampshire innings reduced to 6 overs due to the rain here at the Utilita. Is there full ball from Helm? It's clipped away out to deep mid-wicket, and they are going to take 2, and they are back for it. That's well run, really well run. Sorry, I was just checking the field there. I thought that Middlesex had too many out. They didn't. They were fine. It was the fallback on one side, as you saw, one on the other. So a couple to end it. 63 for 1 it is after 6. The innings break taken. Jamison talking through it. 9:55 is the start of the Middlesex innings. 64 off 6 overs with 1.5 of it to be power play. Of course, that will be revised. So we'll have to wait and see how it comes down with DLS. But 44 from 22 Pretorius.
Yeah, and Hampshire added in those 2 overs 23. But they didn't lose a wicket, which was crucial, because Duckworth-Lewis would have been affected if they'd lost a wicket or 2. And it's similarly when Middlesex come to bat, of course, whatever it is that they're going to chase, and one would assume that's a few more than 63, that every time that they lose a wicket, then their target will go up. So it's going to be interesting to see. We haven't got the calculations yet.
Just going back to that six for a minute that he hit over a wide long on in the end as it landed. Off the bat, that was soaring. What's the biggest six you've seen down the ground here? Have you ever seen one onto the middle tier, let's say, of the Rob Bransgrove over there? I mean, surely nobody's hit the top tier, have they?
If I'm honest, I can't remember if it is. It's a long way. I don't think I have.
Because if you imagine the difference between, for listeners at home, the difference between Lord's, say, and the pavilion here is that Lord's is kind of tiered, isn't it? You can go up, this goes back because it's a bowl.
That's right.
So that top tier is a lot further back. So the comparison of trying to clear the pavilion at Lord's and clear the pavilion, which that would be a huge hit to clear those tens. But no, I was just wondering what the biggest you've seen. The bat, that felt 4 or 5 into the first tier.
It's a big hit here, you know. It needs to be hit well, unless of course you're playing on one side of the square, which we're not.
And the fact that it went almost to cow corner, that probably, again, for a straight batted shot, that's a big hit.
That's right. Now, assuming we are, obviously, well, we are well into the night, we're expecting, and we expect, dark skies, but there are pockets of slightly light blue above us. I'm looking away to our left of the pavilion, which is where the rain has been coming from. It certainly looks a bit darker, but whether that's just a night sky with cloud or whether there's rain-bearing cloud, I don't know. But right now, over the ground, it's patchy and there's plenty of light blue sky, so that's good news. Let's hope that we're around long enough to have another 6 overs. So a partnership there of 43, was it, between Pretorius and Albert.
Pretorius had 29, didn't we? There's a couple of extras, so yeah.
So 63, and we have 10 minutes between the break. We'll stay with you.
Oh, where do we have to go to find the...
well, hopefully there'll be something on the scorecard, on the scoreboard. That will help the crowd, of course, and if it helps the crowd, it will help us. I'm hoping that we get sent something.
Cake?
Well, I don't think you could be sent anymore, Kev. I don't think your suitcase is big enough.
Where's Joe tonight? We got a picture from Joe earlier, didn't we, on Twitter?
Yeah, no, Joe's still here. She'll be thereabouts. She's very good. Whether she's worked out the Duckworth-Lewis for us, I'm not sure, but I'm waiting. I know for the women's game against Durham at Arundel a week or so ago, I got sent a Duckworth-Lewis sheet, so that's a help. But I think it's going to be on the boards, because I think the crowd need to know. And it probably has been in the past, but if I'm honest, I just can't remember. But fortunately, there are enough people here, and it's been worth, I think it's already been worth sticking around to see that Pretorius 6 into the crowd. But
there's a few that have left, which is a shame, isn't there? Probably a few the kids got a little
bit. It's a long break, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
a very long break, but there's a few people around and hoping to see, I should imagine most people are here to see a Hampshire victory, and hopefully they'll be rewarded for their patience.
We were just unlucky with the timing tonight, weren't we? Because, you know, as you rightly say, we nearly came back on at 9 o'clock. It just started to rain. If we'd have just got back on, they probably wouldn't have come off through that break. And similarly, through a lot of the rain that we've had tonight, they may well not have come off. There was just that one sharp, heavy burst to begin, and they all darted for cover, and then at that point, as I say, a very, very long and frustrating wait, but it looks as though we'll certainly get close to it, if not a result tonight. It only needs 5 overs of this reply to constitute a match.
That's true, so lose an over.
Yeah, once they've hit the 5th over, we don't have to complete the 6th. Don't even have to start it for the match to have been constituted. So Middlesex will probably have that in mind as well, because there is still a little bit of rain. Although, funnily enough, above the pavilion opposite us, it is quite a pleasant looking sky now, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's the best of the sky over the pavilion, that's for sure. Let me bring you some other games that are going on tonight, because Somerset, having beaten Middlesex last night and went top, have also won this evening. They've beaten Gloucestershire by 6 wickets. They were chasing 135 for 7 in 20 overs. Somerset getting home there in the 18th over for the loss of 4 wickets. Smead there, 51 not out from 45 deliveries, the top scorer there. So Somerset, whatever happens here, will stay top tonight. Sussex playing Essex. There's rain there, and of course that's just along the coast here. Essex made 177 for 4 of 17 overs. Sussex with rain are 23 for 3 in the 4th. So they need another 155 from just under 14 overs. That looks like that might struggle a little bit if there's still rain. In the North Group, Lancashire beat Worcestershire by 7 wickets, chasing 143. Durham won against the Steelbacks. I think that's the first game Northamptonshire Steelbacks have lost. I think they won their first 5 or 6. I'm not looking at the table, but I think they had a 100% record until tonight. Durham 157 for 8. Northamptonshire replying with 142 for 8. They've got the full game in there. Derbyshire, yeah, they don't often win, and I think they've been struggling in this competition. They've beaten Nottinghamshire by 46 runs. Derbyshire 199 for 5 off their 20 overs. Nottinghamshire 153 for 9 off 20. So a good win there for Derbyshire. And Warwickshire Bears, they've beaten Yorkshire by 32 runs, where the Bears made 205 for 8 and Yorkshire replied with 173 for 5. Couple of games in the women's Vitality Blast competition. A win for the Blaze over Durham, where Durham scored 188 for 5. The Blaze got home with 1 over to spare for the loss of 3, won by 7 wickets. And Lancashire Thunder beating Somerset by 4 wickets, where Somerset scored 132 for 7 of their 20 overs. Lancashire 133 for 6 with 2 balls remaining. That sounds like that was a decent game as well. It looks like the teams are ready to come back on.
Kane Williamson ready to go.
And Duckworth Lewis is on the board. Joe is on the ball, 76. Now that's, for me, that's not a massive increase. That's only an increase of 13.
But only 1.5 overs
for a power play
of their 6. Wow. Oh, and Holden is going to go up and open with Williamson. So a change. I was just about to say, I wonder how they'll change up the order, and they've done it at the top. Williamson and Holden to begin. Geddes is in such great form at the moment. Eskenazi, will he come in at 3, or will they send Geddes in at 3? I think they've just got to go on form, haven't they? They've got to go on, well, form and reputation, indeed, with Williamson at the top. There's no way you're going to move Williamson from his position as opener in this. The experience, the calmness. He's one of those players, and they talked about it even before he arrived, the impact that he will have on the dressing room. There was no doubt in anybody's mind, players, coaches, anybody's mind whatsoever, the impact that Williamson would have in the dressing room, and he certainly has.
Oh, massive. I mean, he's so experienced. It's ridiculous, isn't it? 10 IPL campaigns, 34 years of age. This is his 268th T20 game, New Zealand international. He's done it all. And he's such a calming influence as well. He's not, I mean, he's not a huge striker. He's not going to take you apart. Only strikes at 122 per 100, which is not high at all. What he is, he will marshal. He will marshal.
I was going to say he's clever. Yeah, he's clever. He'll know what to do and when to do it. And if someone at the other end is absolutely leathering it, he will just push that single lady and give it to them.
So what do you reckon? Do you think this is favoured? Because the thing is, they can.
76.
You think it favours Hampshire? Because Middlesex can move their order around.
Any given power play, 6 overs of power play cricket.
Yeah.
How many times are you going to reach 76 when you've got a full 6-over power play?
True. That's a good point.
But as you say, the flip side is you go hell for leather and throw everything at it for 6 overs. You know, you can throw your whole 10 wickets at it in the 6 overs rather than realising that you need to be wary of losing too many wickets too early. And then, you know, you put it into a T10 scenario. What if you were to go out and bat for 10 overs, you'd probably look for about 120, 130 in a T10. So from that perspective, again, you know, you've got 6 overs to hit 70. Yeah, even still by that reckoning, it's a lot, isn't it?
And of course, each wicket they lose, that DLS total will go up. So Middlesex have to be mindful of that, don't they?
Yes,
It will go up with
exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, the target remains the same, of course, but the DLS goes up. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, you'd fancy, I think.
Oh, of course, if we get to 5 overs,
it constitutes.
Oh, so 76 days 76, doesn't it? Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So, I'm confusing myself.
You had me for a minute. I was having to work it out. That's never good on air, having to think. We just talk usually. We don't have to think about it, do we?
So, well, you can do first over this time. I did first over in the Hampshire innings. It's your team.
Thank you. It's going to be Williamson. Although Holden's on the screen, it's going to be Wood from the pavilion end for Hampshire. Left arm over the wicket. And what's he doing? Having a natter with somebody. So there's only one full over of power play, and this is it. Then the next over will have 5 deliveries of power play, and the 6th delivery will not be. He's got a deep third and a deep square for Williamson, the right-hander, and left arm over. Wood bowls. It wraps on the pad of Williamson and trickles for a leg by just in front of the short third, who comes in and shies at the stumps. Williamson was very wary there. I think he was worried that Holden wasn't going to make his grounds. It would have been tight, but I think he'd have been home.
Brevis in quickly with a quick throw. Just surprised a little bit.
He didn't get out the dive, did he, Holden? A dive, I think he definitely would have been home. I think he was just about home as it would have been.
So the equation is 35 balls remaining, and there is 75 runs that Middlesex need. It is tough. But they've got 10 wickets.
I mean, they need these 11 deliveries need to be massive, don't they? The 11 of the power play, they've really got to maximise these. And of course, they could fall in a heap at that point, and it's done before it's even begun, really. They've got to try and get it close to a strike rate of. Well, here's Wood in bowls, swing and a miss. Dot ball, length delivery outside off stump. Attempted cut from Holden. There was a bit of shape on that from Wood, and that's the other thing. These. They will get a little bit of movement out there this evening, won't they? The conditions are there for it, wasn't it? It wasn't today the hottest day of the year so far. All the rain we've had as well, the humidity. Floodlights on. And these are the old school floodlights as well. These aren't even the LED, are they? If you believe that theory about the heated floodlights bringing up the temperature. As there he goes again. Another swing and a miss from Holden. Another dot ball. That's 3 of the 11 power play deliveries done. And 1 leg by off them.
Well, Holden's a serious player in this competition. He strikes at 144 per 100 balls, so if he gets going, then he can make mincemeat of this target. But it just looks as though this rain has just made the track a little more greasy.
Yeah. And a great start from Wood as well, on a length just outside off stump and a little bit of shape on it. He bowls down another swing and a miss, this time a fuller ball. Holden tries to go down the ground. It swings away from the left-hander's outside edge through to the gloves.
Well, there's a bit of shape here for Chris Wood as well. I think we've got quite a heavy atmosphere here.
Yeah.
And that ball is just swinging away from Holden, and he's swinging down a line that he thinks the ball's arriving at, but it's actually just moving a little bit further away.
Yeah. So 4 of the 11 power play balls used up. Holden returning to open, he's in, and another swing and a miss outside the off stump. A big step across from Holden this time to try and get in line, try and get closer to that ball as it swings away. He's taken a step towards square leg. Williamson's coming down to have a chat with him.
He's under pressure here now, Holden, isn't he? And I'm not surprised Williamson's going to have a chat with him, just saying, look, calm down, get the ball on the bat. It's not easy, actually. When the ball's swinging away, it's not easy.
5 deliveries. Middlesex haven't made contact with the ball yet, because the first was a leg by.
I mean, let's hope that stays that way.
That tells a tale, doesn't it? Wood's in, bowls, Holden swing and a miss. It's another dot
That
ball.
might be wide, is it now?
And it's a maiden over.
A maiden
for Wood to begin in the 6 over the side match that this has turned out to be. And well, I tell you what, that 76 now looks massive.
How on earth can you bowl a maiden in this 6 over game? That is amazing.
There was a lot of shape on that, wasn't there? You've got a feel for Holden.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen Chris Wood shape a white ball like that for a while, and certainly not consistently. That's as much swing as he's had for a while.
Well, as you said, the conditions here now, the humidity, it's been the hottest day of the year, am I saying, aren't I?
Well, look at the way you're dressed, it certainly is.
I wasn't supposed to come in pants. Did I get the wrong member?
Yeah, those Speedos give it away. Other makes a swimmer available, of course.
Comcam's off at the moment, isn't it?
Well, 2 overs and 1 run has been scored. Now, that's interesting because this ball is just zipping through a little bit on this surface. James Fuller, the new bowler. Right arm over, medium quick. Bowls to Williamson. He's swung at that one and missed. Well, this, I have to say, obviously from a Hampshire point of view, I'm glad I'm seeing this. You'll obviously feel differently, Kev, but that looks a bit difficult out there.
You've got a feel for them, haven't you? I mean, you've got Kane Williamson, who's come down to talk Holden through the back end of the last over, and he's gone out and done exactly what Holden was doing all through the last over, which was swing and miss at balls swinging away from him outside the off stump. I mean, they're trying to hit the ball out of the park at the moment, and to some extent you almost think try and use the skiddiness, use the pace.
29 balls remain, 75 still needed. They've only scored 1 run on the resumption, which is incredible. He's tried to swing that away on the leg side. He gets wrapped on the pad. This is not easy at all.
8 balls and they still haven't laid bat on it.
Incredible.
Leg bye signalled.
Well, at the moment, conditions have played into Hampshire's favour.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
I mean, it would take something absolutely incredible for Middlesex to win it from here now. They've only got 3 balls left of the power play, and they've scored 2 leg byes off the first 8 deliveries of it.
Incredible. So, Holden is yet to get off the mark and faced 5. Here's Fuller again from our commentary and the gantry. Into the left-hander. Holden. Miss. Oh, he's got an inside edge. And that's gone quickly past the diving Pretorius, and it's gone for 4.
How they needed that. They needed something. They needed anything, didn't they? And he did. He let him bowl at him there, didn't he, Holden? Tried to just wait on the ball more, use the pace. It wasn't that almighty heave-ho.
Ball just straightened on him a fraction, didn't it?
Yeah.
He's thinking again, the ball's a little wider than it was, and just at the last minute it just straightens on him. That's where the inside edge has come.
There must be so much going through his mind right now in terms of what that ball has been doing, what it might be doing. We talked about the prediction of a batter, didn't we, earlier in the evening, as to how they will try and line it up in their head.
They've got to go for every ball now, no doubt about that. 27 balls, 70 needed as Fuller comes in and bowls. He's got hold of that one, over the top of wide mid-off, and that's a couple of bounces for 4. Well, they're going to swing at everything now, and some will connect. Of course, that ball now will have got a little wetter, a little bit more difficult for the bowlers to grip. So
yeah, that'll help.
Yeah, it certainly will from a Middlesex point of view. 2 4s off the last 2 deliveries. That ball didn't shape at all, which is why Holden was able to get hold of that one.
Yeah.
Last ball of the power play.
It was a little Fuller from Fuller, wasn't it, as well? It was more towards the slot, that one.
So 10 without loss. 26 balls remain, 66 needed as Fuller comes in to Holden. Holden swings that away on the leg side. It's go for 6. That's a great hit. There is a fielder down there. He's really got hold of that one. Absolutely smashed it. Well, I said, this guy does, when he gets going, is a very dangerous player indeed.
Look at that now, 14 from 8. He was 0 from 5. He's 14 from 8. I mean, doff your cap to the lad there. That's brilliant. Because you think of the pressure. You think of the pressure, how it was building. They were already under huge pressure walking out there.
Way over the fielder's head on the boundary there.
Power play's done?
Yeah, so the field can go slightly more defensive, and it has done. 3 players out on the leg side on the rope, although on the offside it's still pretty much a ring field. Now they're going to send one back, Joe Weatherly. James Fuller just making sure, along with James Vince, that the field is where it needs to be. 16 without loss, 60 needed off 25. Just looks like Holden has just found his range a little bit in the last 2 or 3 deliveries. Looks like the ball has stopped swinging. It's probably because it's got wet very quickly. So it'll be a little harder for the bowlers. Game's still not over yet, even though it's still tough for Middlesex here. Fuller comes in, bowls to Holden once more. Holden swings, misses. Oh, there is shape on the ball. It's beaten the batter, beaten the keeper. And that's gone for 4. Oh, it's off an inside edge. There was a minute inside edge there from Holden. This is a big over. What have we got? 10, 14, 18 plus a leg bye.
Yeah.
Big over, 20 with 2 overs.
Somehow got them out of that power play, that over, hasn't it? I mean, what was it? 2 balls into that over, we were thinking, goodness me, it's game over. But Holden, the 6 in particular, I think that would have helped with the belief, and it was the 6 over the biggest boundary as well. I just saw a shot of the ball going down to Middlesex dugout, and confirmation it looks as though it is Ben Geddes will be in there. No great surprise with the form he's in, but I mean, they've got it to a strike rate of just over 200 now, haven't they? That was roughly what I was starting to get to there. So somehow they've got to get themselves.
Well, they're back in the game
position
here, aren't they?
I reckon they probably are. If you were to say 4 overs, 10 wickets standing, 56 of 24, they've got a chance now. Those last 3 deliveries there, couldn't have asked for much better, especially from the start they had.
Well, this is a big over now. They're all going to be big overs.
Williamson's still like to lay bat on ball himself. We're back to this position now, aren't we? It's Wood to Williamson. He's 0 from 3. And left arm over. Wood bowls to the right-hander who swats him over short fine leg for 4. Well, that was calm, that was cool. It was everything you really expect from the Kiwi. He's off the mark with the boundary. He's 4 from 4.
Yeah, now the boundaries are coming regularly here, and that's a bit of a problem for Hampshire because seemingly after that first over, which was a maiden, you thought there's too much for Middlesex to do, but now they've found
a way. They've found a way. I mean, they're not... all right, he's bowled it onto the leg, so he's given him the chance to do that, hasn't he? But I do wonder whether they... have they adjusted in their mind slightly the fact that this is a different game, a different pitch that they're playing on now to that which Middlesex bowled earlier. Here's Wood, past the umpire, he bowls, and just, again, it appears though he's waiting on it slightly. He's struck and it's a leg by again for Williamson, so he remains on 4 from... Oh, did it? A little inside edge maybe? I don't think there was a leg by signal there, so it'll be 5 from 5.
Yeah.
Williamson 5 from 6. Anyway, 25 without loss. I'm not sure the scoreboard's quite caught up yet, has it? It has. 25 without loss.
22 balls remain and 51 needed.
They need a boundary, don't they, to get it back to that 200 strike rate. It's on though. I mean, we should go pretty close into the 6th over now, shouldn't we, as to having a close, tight finish. Wood to Holden, swung just over mid-off. He thought for a moment there. Is that Pretorius? No. Trying to see. Vince, it is. Number 14, is it? Swung over mid-off on the drive. He was just making that slight sideways back step, wasn't he? Thinking about, do I leap? Do I leap? But it was over him and gone.
Well, after if they do this, they'll have done it in 5 overs and not 6 because the first one's a maiden. But the way Middlesex are playing now,
it has.
You wouldn't rule this out.
Yeah.
It's 2 a ball, just over.
That last one was a little bit more into the slot from Wood. He's in now, bowls. He's gone into the slot again, but that's gone up in the air. A huge swing. It might land safe. It does land safe. Deep backward point and short third converging. One skipping around the rope, the other one slipping back from short third, indeed slipping at the last as he scrambled to get at it. They've taken a couple. Holden looking to swing for the pavilion again. 31 without loss, 45 from 20.
Still on. Haven't taken a wicket yet. You need wickets as well to break up momentums.
Yeah. Holden's 24 from 11. Here's a full ball to him. My goodness me, he's picked that up. Oh, keep going. Wow. Over mid-wicket, that's gone. As we said, they're big boundaries. Square of the wicket this evening, and he has launched it out of the slot. A sweet pick-up shot from Holden. He's 30 from 12. Middlesex are 37 without loss. It's 39 to win from 19 deliveries.
Wow. Just swung across the line there, heaved across the line.
He's in the form of his life at the moment, Holden. I tell you, the innings he scored a century in the first match of the season against Lancashire. It's the best I've ever seen him bat. I've always thought the world of Max Holden. England under-19 captain, England Lions player again now, recalled by them a couple of weeks ago.
87 not out last night.
Yeah. Yeah. Here goes Wood. Up to the crease, he bowls, a low full toss, and Holden doesn't get hold of the low full toss. Gets a single out to deep mid-wicket to end the over, which makes it 11, 13, 17, 18 off the over, 38 without loss.
Wow.
38 to win from 18. Well, I tell you what, 3 overs, 38.
Well, it's 2 overs, 38 effectively, with the maiden first over.
Oh, yeah.
20 and 18 off the last 2 overs.
Well, no, I was thinking the other way. It's 18 balls left, isn't it?
Oh,
So
sorry,
38 off 18.
but it's 38.
Yeah, they've scored, yeah.
Sorry, yeah, confusing.
Well, there's a good point. Yeah, they've scored 38 in 2 overs. They've only got to score 38 in 3 now.
Well,
good point, Jomo.
I mean, this is the thing, isn't it, now, really? I mean, for me, Middlesex have just turned the table here.
Yeah, I mean, it's wickets, isn't it? They've got to get wickets. They've got to break up.
Well, for me, they've got to do what Higgins did in that one over, and just bowl it full and make it hard for the batters to get underneath the ball.
It was strange because Wood seemed to go a little fuller there, but fuller in the sense that he went from a good length into the slot, rather than going, as you say, Higgins, where he was going into the block hole, and if he missed his length, he missed it long rather than short.
So Curry into Holden, length ball he's missed, good slower ball.
Yeah, really good.
Holden's into that too quickly. This is what Scott Gurry does well. It didn't quite come off for him against Kent last week, but in the 3 previous games, his changes of pace have been a really, really important factor, and he needs to pull it over out of the bag here. 17 balls remain, 38 to win. With Middlesex on 38 without loss. Just a reminder, they're batting for 6 overs here. Here's Curry again to Holden. He's hit it into the ground again. He's not quite sure of the pace. Good bowling again from Curry. It needs to be a good over here from Hampshire.
Over to Williamson, 4 from 5. Williamson's got to throw everything at this now, hasn't he? Because 4 from 5. Holden's got a strike rate of over 200. Kane Williamson does not need me to tell him what he needs to do here, but for the listeners at home, with Geddes waiting to come in as well, and in great nick as well.
You can't hang around, can you?
No.
And Dawson just offering some advice there to Scott Curry as Dawson was walking out to extra cover. So 16 balls remain here at the Utilita Bowl. 37 runs needed at Middlesex as Curry bowls. It's cut away, but there is a fielder out at deep point. And that is Benny Howell out there in the deep. Keeps it down to 1. That's good from a Hampshire point of view. 2 big overs previously from the Middlesex point of view. It needs to be a quiet one now to just pull the momentum back a little. 15 balls remain, 36 runs to win it. It's only a fraction over 2 a ball. We've seen those targets being attained on many occasions. Well, Holden's there, it's certainly on. As you say, Geddes to come in, he's a dangerous player. Higgins deploy, plenty of batting for Middlesex, but time is running out as Curry comes in. Pulled away, loses the bat, it goes up in the air, it won't go for 4. The bat has probably, well, it's not quite travelled as far as the ball. I've never seen a bat travel that far. As Holden was running and pulling it around, and now he's off to get his bat, which has gone fully 10 yards, maybe more, away from the stumps. That just shows you how greasy it is.
Yeah, he's going to look for another bat, or he's going to look for a towel now, because the handle itself will have got wet in the outfields. But so not only the bats go so far, but with the bat having gone that far, the fact that the ball also went as far, because you'd almost think, right, the bat's got no contact with the ball whatsoever because he's flung it away. Yeah. But he managed to somehow make enough contact with it to get the couple of runs and get it clear of the infield. 42
without loss and 14 balls left, 34 to win. Curry comes in and bowls. It's hammered away on the offside through extra cover. It's going for 4. Nice shot from Holden, takes him on to 38 from just 17.
Picked the slow ball there, didn't he? Very, very good from Holden. Really adjusted the shot well.
Hasn't been too many Yorkers out there from the Hampshire bowlers so far. To a point, it's worked for Curry with the changes of pace. He's gone for 8 in this over, though, with 1 ball left. 13 balls remain, 30 runs needed.
Williamson's got the best seat in the house. Just sit back and watch.
Jeez, 5 or 6. Leave it to Max Holden. And remember, 38 of 17, and the first over was a maiden that he faced. Although he only faced 5 balls of it. Here's Curry, last ball of this over then, bowls. It's gone straight up in the air. How's it going to be caught at short third? Taken, yes. Well taken there by Chris Wood. Running back at short third. Holden goes. My word, Hampshire needed that, and that's the wicket they needed. Holden goes for 38. Good innings from him after a slow start. Middlesex 46 for 1.
Yeah, if they were going to lose one batter, right, then they didn't want to lose Max Holden, did they? 30 to win from 12 deliveries. Shake of the head from Holden as he makes his way off. It was really tough out there, and huge credit to him. 38 off 18, 5 dot balls to begin. Really incredible effort from Holden. So that's effectively 38 off 13. His last 13 balls have scored. But Williamson has 5 from 6. Now, of course, under the new rules, even though they've crossed, Williamson will have a strike. So Geddes will at least have a moment rather than walk out fresh. But then there's only 12 deliveries left, so I'm sure Geddes, especially the form he's in at the moment, been the match winner at Essex. An incredible knock last night. I mean, the 6 hitting it yesterday, he hit 6 sixes. Wow. And 1 4 in his innings last night. Whereas I think it was the other way around for Holden. He had 6 4s and 1 6. So Geddes will be desperate to get on strike early here, and I'm sure Williamson will be well aware of that. If he isn't hitting the 4s or boundaries, then give the strike to Liam Dawson. Spin.
Yeah, this is an interesting move, isn't it, really? I mean, spin can go in these situations.
This was the breakdown of what the bowlers were allowed to bowl. How many was allowed to bowl?
Jo did message me actually on that, and she's pretty good. She reckons that 5 bowlers can have 1 over and 1 has 2, but she's not 100% sure.
So that means Dawson had to bowl. No, I think Joe's absolutely right there.
Yeah. Woods had 2.
Dawson has to bowl, and somebody else will have to bowl then.
Yes, they will.
Oh, so somebody else will have to bowl the last. Probably. Wow. Dawson, left arm around, bowls. Williamson drives. It may have been a low full toss that.
Oh no!
Oh, a slip over it and a roll over it, and it's 4. 50 up for Middlesex, 50 for 1. It should have been a comfortable 1 out to Curry. Weatherly on the boundary out there. Deep points.
Oh dear, that's not costly, but it
Yeah,
is
rolled
slippery
over
out
it.
there.
Exactly,
it's not
yeah.
easy.
Yeah. Middlesex have got 1 back there, haven't they? And it was a full toss from Dawson, but it's just all gone wrong for him at the last moment. It's almost gone through his legs, hasn't it? 46 for 1. No, it's 50 for 1, isn't it? The scoreboard just hasn't updated on our screen. Here's Dawson, left arm around to Williamson, gives himself room, then drives off the back foot, punching through the line of the ball. They'll come back for 2. That's incredibly quick running from Geddes. Williamson really had to get a move on there. 52 for 1, 24 to win from 10.
So hit Williamson on the back there, running the second. I think
It was close to it, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, that was a costly boundary there, isn't it? Really.
Well, massive.
2.5 a ball.
24 from 10 looks a lot right now, but 27 from 10. How do you fielded it? Even bigger. 52 for 1. 4.2 overs of this 6-a-side match as it is now. Bowls. Geddes still waits at the non-striker's end. Dawson 4 and 2 from the first 2 balls of the over. Williamson on 11. On strike, the right-hander. Left arm around, a reverse sweep. Oh my word, he's got that fine. That has come off beautifully for Williamson. Whether it was a top edge, the trajectory, the line of the ball couldn't have been better. Fine of that fielder, and 4 more.
I'm just wondering who is going to bowl the last over. Whether it's John Turner or Benny Howell. That's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, to leave the new bowler to the last over is a big call, isn't it?
I don't know. I tell you what, I must admit, if I was captain, who would I bowl? I don't know.
I guess the plan probably was to hold back one of the 2 openers, but Wood was bowling so well, having bowled an opener to begin.
Had to bowl now.
Dawson's thought, well, he could win us the match from the off.
20 off 9.
Still very tight. Very, very tight. Here's Dawson to Williamson. Goes again with the reverse. He misses. Through to the gloves of the keeper. It's a dot ball, a welcome dot ball. 20 from 8.
That looked the easier reverse sweep out of the 2 balls. Williamson's missed out there.
He needs 1 boundary off these last 2 balls. 16 off the last over. Middlesex will feel they're in the game, but he needs a boundary, doesn't he? Ideally 2. 12 from the last over. They'll feel they'll win it, but here's Dawson. 2 balls to go of his only over. He bowls. Williamson stands up tall and hits it for 6. Oh, that's huge. Huge over deep square. Massive slog sweep from Williamson. Nothing reverse about that. It was stand and deliver. Delivery did.
Wow, this is a big ball now. This is a big ball. If this goes for a boundary, and Middlesex needs single figures off the last over, and you have to say they're firm favourites.
Huge pressure on whoever is.
I tell you what, Williamson's hit the big shots when he's needed to. Slow start.
Yeah. As we said at the start, he's clever, isn't he? He might not have the biggest strike rate, but all the experience as well. He's a very well-measured man from what I've heard in his time at Middlesex. 62 for 1. Last ball of the 5th over. Down the track he comes, drives it straight to extra cover. He gets the single, which means he keeps the strike, and poor old Ben Geddes hasn't faced a ball yet. So, going into the final over, we will have a new bowler. We have a batter who hasn't faced a ball at the non-striker's end, but Williamson, crucially, is 22 from 12, and Middlesex 63 for 1, needed 13 from 6.
Middlesex have done so well here. When you think the first over was a maiden, they're effectively trying to get 76 off 5. And for me, 13 off the last over, 12 to tie.
But not only a maiden, it was the fact that the ball was doing so much, because you could easily lose your head in that moment, couldn't you? The ball's doing so much. It's a maiden over, and you think, we've just lost the game. You know, you start swinging, you lose your head, you get reckless. I mean, admittedly, they did get a big helping hand from 2 inside edges. There was 1 cracking shot from Holden towards the end of that second over, but there were 2 inside edges as well. And sometimes you just need that little stroke of luck to go your way to get you going.
Right, now, well, obviously the calculations weren't quite right, because another bowler can bowl 2, and this is Scott Curry. Now, his first over went for 8. Now, if he can match that, then Hampshire win. But 13 are needed off the last over. This is pressure on both sides as Curry comes in and bowls to Williamson. Williamson pulls that away on the leg side, hasn't quite got hold of it. They've got 1. They'll stay at 1. Williamson just bangs the bat hard on his pad as if to say, I should have got a better connection on that one. But it's only a single.
Just lay bat on ball here, Ben. He's the as I say, his Holden at the moment is the form batter for Middlesex, but Geddes, the way he's striking the ball at the moment, It's mesmerising was a word I used last night. It is incredible, his striking. However, right now he's 0 from 0, and Middlesex need 12 from 5. So it's that situation, isn't it? It's 1, 4 or 6. Just lay bat on ball.
Yeah, well, don't underestimate this guy, because he strikes at 151 per 100 balls, so he can hit it as well.
And that strike rate, I reckon, is only going to go up for Ben Geddes.
12 off 5, 11 to tie. Huge couple of deliveries coming up as Curry comes in and bowls to Geddes. It's gone straight up in the air, but he's going to get away with it. It's gone behind Curry. They're going to run 2. And the ball has literally landed in the 30-yard circle behind Curry, and somehow they've got 2.
Did you see what happened though at the very end? The slide coming in, was that Dawson, the number 8? He was sliding for it. He couldn't get hold of it. It was slipping away from him. And then it was in between Curry's legs, and he bent down to pick it up, and he couldn't get hold of it either. It was slipping everywhere like a bar of soap.
So, 4 balls left, 10 to win for Middlesex, 9 to tie the game. This is a huge 4 points for both sides. Hampshire, having started this tournament well with 3 wins, lost last week to Kent. They'd dearly love to get back onto winning ways, whereas Middlesex so far have only won 1 of their 5, although 1 was rained off.
We've switched to the point where if Hampshire win it from here, then it's a brilliant effort.
Yeah. So here's Curry bowling to Geddes. Geddes swings away. Again, it's gone up in the air. This should be caught at short third. And it's dropped! Oh, they're going to run 2! Oh, dear. Well, it's not easy. It's gone up in the air. And the worst thing about that is not so much the drop catch, although that's not great, is that they've got 2 from that, whereas they shouldn't have got more than nothing. Well, they shouldn't have got any. Geddes is 4 from 2. And I'm presuming that's gone up in the floodlights. It's not easy when it goes into the lights.
And as you said, that ball, as soon as it's been off the square tonight, it's getting heavily wet. It's been a lot of rain, hasn't there?
8 off 3, 7 to tie. Here's Curry into Geddes once more. He's going to swing at this one. Slower ball. It's gone up in the air. There's nobody there. So it's gone to mid-wicket. Curry's tried his best. They've got 2. And are they going for 3? No, they're not. There's 2 more. Well, all sorts of things are happening here. But there are 6 to win off 2 balls, 5 to tie.
It's like a game of park cricket or something at the moment. It's just a game of quick cricket or something. It's madness out there, utter madness. And you know, he's leveraged that into the onside. Now, you're not going to give him any credit to say he's hit the gap, you know, but he's swung that into the onside, and as soon as it left the bat, you knew it was safe, because it's such a big boundary out there, and everybody is back. Brilliant effort from Curry. I mean, he had no right to get it, but he still tried, didn't he? Tried with a desperate dive.
7 runs off this with 2 balls left then. 6 to win. 1 shot can do it.
Well, they still need a boundary, don't they?
Yeah, a dot ball would be handy. Oh no, Scott Curry was just about to run in. I think he was thinking Kane Williamson was going to back up a little too far. Rather than do the odd man cad or even attempt to do the man cad, he's just stopped. But he definitely looked to his right there, making sure that Williamson doesn't run too hard. I think the fact they've run so well and those 2s, it feels like somebody's backing up too far.
But they need a boundary. 6 from 2, and they haven't got a boundary in the over so far. Geddes is 6 from 3, but again, without a boundary, it's done it in 2s. Well, they have to find a boundary.
The way he's swinging, you don't want one hit in the middle of the bat, that's for sure. He's hit that hard past Curry. There's 4. Oh, it's a great attempt, but it's gone for 4.
Do you see what I mean about the way he hits a ball?
Oh my word, that went like a tracer bullet.
That nearly took the bowler's head off.
Oh, that's James Fuller diving across at mid-off. It's in the slot, you're right, it's not far past Scott Curry's head. Now, 2 to win, 1 to tie.
Now, there's a massive gap in the onside, but I don't think you can risk dropping 2 there, can you? I mean, they've got everybody has been back. I think they're going to bring up one of the fielders in the onside now. They have to, don't they? Yeah.
Well, I
think they can't offer him 2 into that huge boundary in the onside. But then if you bring up mid-wicket, he's just going to target mid-wicket, isn't he?
I mean, to be honest, in these situations, you usually get a single. So I think the minimum we're looking at is a tie here. In which case, we might as well not have bothered to come out, because it's 2 points each. We would have got 2 points each for a no result. We could have been home an hour and a half ago. But so the minimum we're going to get a tie here for me. Even if there's a swing and a miss and it goes through to the keeper, if it goes straight to a fielder, they'll run 1. I can't see, unless he bowls in where he's caught, I can't see how Hampshire are going to win this now.
It's got to be Yorker, hasn't it?
Well, they haven't done a Yorker. That's the thing. Hampshire haven't gone Yorker at all.
I mean, yes, he gets it wrong. It's got to be a Yorker or a low full toss. Low full toss, yes, he might get it away into the onside, but a Yorker, you're not going to be able to drop 2 off a Yorker, are you? Whereas anything else, you'll be able to drop 2 into the onside. We've got these huge boundaries, just to remind listeners, square of the wicket. Yes, of course, you can go straight down the ground if it's in the slot, but basically the key here is miss the slot, isn't it?
Wow, it's been worth the wait. After the first over, we thought Hampshire would cruise it, but Middlesex, through Max Holden, Williamson and Geddes, are on the verge of victory here. Here's the last ball then, 2 to win, 1 to tie. Curry comes in and bowls, and he's missed it. It's gone through to the keeper. Now there's the tie. Now get the ball, because they're looking for 2. And that is going to be a tie. 74, there's 70. There we are, there's the official confirmation. 75 for 1.
Geddes is distraught. He's saddened it. He sat on the ground head in hands, but I mean, look, fair play to him. Geddes has come out and hit 11 from 5, and very difficult. They were hugely difficult for both. And do you know what? In some ways, Kev, almost for both sides, it was cruel that 6 overs, wasn't it? 'Cause the conditions were tough. The ball at the beginning was doing all sorts for Hampshire. So Middlesex effectively hit 75 for 1 or 5, didn't they? That first over was just a menace for the batters. Huge credit to Holden, and then Hampshire, as we saw, the drop catches, the missed fields, the slipping and sliding. It was chaos, utter chaos. Fair play to the umpires for getting the game on. We've had entertainment, but in some ways it really would have been cruel for either side to lose that in hindsight.
I agree. A few smiles out there in the middle. Kane Williamson clearly enjoying it. 23 from 13.
Geddes didn't. He wanted the win. He's not happy, the youngster, is he?
The one he missed was the very last ball.
Yeah.
And I think Hampshire, in the end, I think will be pleased with the tie, because I think the way momentum swung Middlesex's favour very, very quickly.
Well, it was Middlesex's to win at the end of that over, at the start of that over, wasn't it? And by the penultimate ball, they had to get a boundary. They did get it, but it still wasn't enough. So, you know, the credit's Curry. You know, 1-2-2-2-2 to begin the over. No boundary in the first 4 balls of an over. Death over of a match. That's a brilliant return. A really.
Listen, we'll take what we got. I think Hampshire in the end will take a tie, although they'll be a little disappointed. But I go back to my point, is that back to 9 o'clock, if there was a bit more rain, both sides would have called it off, and there would have been 2 points each, whereas we've been here, and we are here now until nearly 10:30 at night, and it's still 2 points. But we've had a bit of action, and we've had some drama, and we've had some excitement and some entertainment. We mustn't forget that. And both sides pick up 2 points. Thank you very much.
That was just you and I, JMO, as well. There was cricket also.
That's right. Thanks, Kevin Hand. I'm Kevin James, and thank you to everybody for watching and listening, and we'll do it all again soon.
Let's go down and join Robbie James pitch time with one of the stars of the Hampshire performance this evening.
Yeah, certainly am. Andre Pretorius, my word, what an introduction to life here at Utilita Bowl. I promise it's not always like that here. It doesn't always rain, and then we go down to the last ball. We'll come on to your performance in just a second. I know you're going to be